Right now, a secret about someone very special is being shown to you. An angel has something important to share. A friend, someone really important, has decided to leave their home forever. They made this huge decision super quickly, and now everyone's scratching their heads, wondering why. This person is no ordinary friend to you. You guys had a magic kind of closeness, always there for each other. They were like part of your family, making everyone's day brighter just by being around. Everyone loved them because they were so kind, sweet, and always ready to lend a hand. You were totally won over by how friendly and giving they were. Helping others was their thing, and it made you admire them even more. Before you knew it, you both became inseparable, promising to be buddies for life. They were your go-to person for sharing secrets, dreams, and everything in between. Their faith in the good in people was like a magnet, pulling you closer. They fit right in with your family, too, spreading joy and sharing laughs. Every moment with them was precious, filled with stories and support, making them unforgettable in your heart. They were the type who always found a way to make even the ordinary moments feel special. They had this knack for turning every get-together into a memory worth keeping, their laid-back attitude bringing a sense of calm to the whole house. No matter how jam-packed their schedule seemed, they somehow managed to carve out time to spend with the family, sharing laughs and stories that drew everyone closer. They were the life of any party, their cool and fun-loving nature making them the person everyone wanted to be around. With a heart of gold and values that never wavered, they lit up every room they entered. Their willingness to help, to give without expecting anything in return, endeared them to all, securing their place as a favorite in the hearts of many. Your admiration for them knew no bounds. With each passing day, your bond grew stronger, built on countless shared experiences and the deep, meaningful connections that formed from them. You couldn't imagine life without them. They were more than a friend, they were a part of you. But life has its twists, and soon enough, a storm began to brew. This friend, the one you held in such high esteem, started to drift away, pulled in by a crowd that didn't reflect the person you knew. This new influence was like a shadow, darkening their bright spirit and transforming them into a stranger. The change was gradual but undeniable, their once vibrant vibe now overshadowed by choices and influences that steered them far from the path you once walked together. This shift was heartbreaking to witness. The person who once stood by your side, sharing in your joys and sorrows, was slipping away, their essence lost to the whispers of a crowd that led them astray. The transformation was profound, a stark contrast to the soul you once knew, leaving you to wonder if the warmth and light they once brought into your lives could ever be reclaimed. They transformed so much that the kind, gentle people we once cherished seemed to have vanished into thin air. It was as if the warm, compassionate side they were known for had been wiped clean, leaving behind a shadow of their former selves. Gradually, they morphed into someone entirely different, someone we hardly knew. Their demeanor turned bitter and cold, a stark contrast to the warmth they used to radiate. The poor decisions they made started to pile up, overshadowing the goodness that defined them. The respect and affection they once showed towards the family elders faded away, leaving a void where warmth used to be. Our home, which was once a sanctuary filled with laughter and love, transformed into a battleground of continuous arguments and tension. The change was palpable, affecting everyone who once found solace in its walls. The helpfulness we all loved and admired about them evaporated as if it never existed. They began to isolate themselves, pushing away those who cared and withdrawing from any form of support or companionship. Attempts to reach out were met with a closed door. They wouldn't hear anyone out, choosing instead to retreat into a bubble, distancing themselves from the world around them. This new isolation led to a growing bitterness, and their patience wore thin, erupting over the smallest matters. Sadly, even you weren't spared from their sharp words and cold demeanor. This shift was not only surprising but deeply saddening. The person who once shared everything with you, who stood by your side through thick and thin, had drifted so far away. Their once infectious laughter and joy had been replaced by a silence that spoke volumes. It was a tough reality to face, watching someone so full of life and kindness turn away from everything they once held dear. The transformation was complete, and the void they left behind was filled with questions and a longing for the return of the person who once brought so much light into our lives. They started drifting away, choosing to hang out with a crowd that didn't bring out the best in them. It was tough seeing them look down on the family, the very people who had always had their back. You tried to hold on, to understand, but their negative attitude and harsh words tested your limits. When you confronted them, hoping for some explanation, they couldn't offer anything that made sense. That moment marked a turning point, leading them to make a drastic decision. They packed their bags and left, severing connections with the family, declaring they'd never return. The home that was once filled with their laughter and warmth now felt empty and silent. However, unbeknownst to them, an angel had been keeping an eye on the whole situation from afar. This unseen guardian was about to play a crucial role in mending what seemed irreparably broken. As time passed, the distance and separation began to weigh heavily on them. Guided by the angel, they started to see the reality of their choices and the void they had created by leaving. Memories of the love, the shared moments, and the deep bonds that had once defined their relationship with you and the family began to flood back, stirring a profound sense of longing in their heart. The realization hit them hard. They missed the laughter, the conversations, and even the simple comfort of being home. They yearned to return to those they had left behind, to heal the wounds and bridge the gaps that had formed in their absence. Encouraged by the angel's gentle nudging, they began to understand the value of forgiveness, love, and the strength of family ties that had withstood the test of time. Now, standing on the brink of a pivotal decision, they're contemplating a comeback, hoping to rebuild the trust and mend the relationships they once thoughtlessly discarded. The journey back won't be easy, but the first steps towards reconciliation and healing are within sight, guided by the wisdom and love of the angel who watched over them through their darkest times. Now, they finally understand the mistakes they've made. They're truly sorry for their past actions and have even left behind those bad influences. Throughout this journey, an angel has been showing them the right path, giving advice and support. They're getting ready to apologize to you and everyone else, wanting to heal the hurt and mend the bridges they've burned. They're on their way to becoming the warm and caring person they once were, and they're hoping to make everything all right again. As they come back, trying to fit into their old place in your lives, it's important to welcome them with open arms. Showing forgiveness and accepting them back is like saying thank you to the universe for giving them another chance to be their best self.